day 2 of training camp, and it's the first day fans are back. You think the energy is a little bit different than last year? We've got all the news and notes from day 2 of training camp. We've got the Sam Howell Tracker. We've got your comings and goings. All of that, so much more, in your Daily Commanders update for Thursday, 27 July. Let's go. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Daily Commanders update for 27 July. I'm the Stoner. That's Trev over there. What's up, Trev?
What's up, Stoner? Glad to be here, dog.
Hey, man. So let's talk about all this. But before we do, got to remind everybody to make sure they hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. And as always, got to get in the comments. Let us know what you think of this video, other videos, and tell a friend what's happening with Ref the District here.
Yeah, dog.
All right, Trev, day 2 of training camp.
Mm-hmm.
First day, crowds have come back, and we've all seen the viral photo now from our friend Nikki Javala at the Washington Post comparing 2022 to 2023. My goodness, Trev, the fans are back.
The fans are back, and I like the bleachers, how they're stacked and set up. Great vantage points, it seems like, because in the past it's all one level. You got to do like this to see over people.
Right.
So we got some organization like a professional football team should have. It's great.
Yeah, and I think Scott Abraham said he estimated the crowd at like 3,000. And I believe I remember seeing this a couple days ago that the Commanders announced that Saturday is a sellout, 10,000.
What?
10,000 on set. It's going to be a movie on Saturday.
Bro, let's go. 10,000 at training camp, and it's only like 72.
Right? Yep. It's going to be crazy. It's obviously the energy is back.
Yeah, for sure.
With this team. And so speaking of that energy, it's just so much different. Again, we talked about how last year everyone was running away from Dan Snyder in terms of the stadium being built.
Yeah.
Virginia said no. DC was like no. Yeah. Maryland was like no. And now all of a sudden, everybody wants to have the stadium in their district. And let's check out. I got a couple of videos here for you, Trev, that you got to check out here. Trev, this is Governor Youngkin from Virginia, and this is what he had to say about the stadium being in Virginia.
Here, I think Virginia is the best place to live, work, raise a family, and it should be the best place to have a professional football team.
Trev, I mean, he wants it in Virginia.
I live in Virginia.
Right? Would you be good with it in Virginia?
I'd be great with it. I mean, I don't care where it is, as long as it's an improvement of what FedEx Field is. But if it's in Virginia, I'm all for it. Hey, let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. And I believe it was like a week before the sale became final, and Magic Johnson said that he spoke personally with Governor Wes Moore of Maryland about the stadium sort of deal. So now you got that. Then also, Trev, you got this. This is DC Mayor Bowser.
Right.
Just today.
City Hall yesterday. I talked to them immediately. Josh called me immediately after the sale was complete last week. And, this is what I say, and I've always said it. There's really only one place for the team in this region. I mean, I know I've been a little coy, but I got to it's only one choice.
So she wants a stadium in DC. Everybody all of a sudden is warming up to Josh Harris and this ownership group.
It's amazing what happens when a single man in his regime leaves town and his replacement comes to town.
Right.
It's amazing what happens. So,
and then to add to that, there was a bill that was introduced today to turn the stadium land, the RFK land, back over to DC from the federal government, so they can do what they want with it. So
stadium's going to RFK. That's where it's going.
It seems like it. It just seems like a smart thing to do. So
exactly, I'm fine with that too.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Trev. Let's get that off the field stuff. Let's go to on the field, and some of these standouts today that we got from our beat reporters that we love their reports so much. Looking good today was a couple of guys that seemed to stand out today. B-Rob catching the ball out of the backfield. Dyami Brown and Forbes, who was going up against Terry all day,
Yes,
kind of
sir.
held his own. I mean, Terry was beating him pretty good, but they said Forbes was looking really good.
Right. So, with that being said, out of those three names, Dyami Brown looks like he's been putting in the work this all off season. I mean, he's been doing the hype videos. He's been down there working out with Sam Howell a couple of times and in different places. And his name comes up in training camp. And that's good. That's good to hear because outside of the top three receivers we have, Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and Jahan Dotson, who's the fourth guy going to be? Dax Milne, Kyrick McGowan. They brought in Byron Pringle. They got Marcus Kemp as well from Kansas City. And then you got Dyami Brown, who's been a holdover for the past few years. So that's good news to hear out of that. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, it does seem like he's standing out. I mean, our buddy Authentic from Authentic in the Beard, he's a Giants fan based in DC. Yeah. He was out of practice today, and he said he was really impressed with what Dyami was doing out there.
And also he said he saw Emmanuel Forbes that you mentioned too, and he said that man is him. That man ain't put a game jersey on yet. He ain't played a single down yet. And already from Authentic is not just an average Giants fan too, for people who want to know. He is dedicated. When it comes to the word fan, Authentic is right there for a synonym. So if he says he's him during training camp against our own people, that
he's
might be him.
He could be, Trev.
Okay, and to piggyback on the defensive side of things, I saw a lot of reporters saying that the O-line was struggling against the defensive line, namely Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Instead, in real life, Sam Howell would have been sacked a whole bunch of times. So shout out to those boys on the end doing work too. So
yeah, that's what I was kind of the next point that I was going to get to is was the offense struggling or was Chase and Montez dominating?
Right. I'm going to say dominating.
They were dominating. It is important to note they are not wearing pads.
Right.
They're only in helmets,
right.
and that's it in terms of pads. So it's not like they can, crash into each other, and the offensive linemen can't really
hold on the pads to, help with the blocks. But hey,
but
they've been doing this like this for a while. So
Yep. And then the other thing was the offense did the first team offense did get thrown out of Eric Bieniemy threw him out because they had another false start or something, and he was pissed, and he said, I'm having none of this. Get the first teamers out there. Give me the next guys up.
Let's go. That's how it should be. Competition, baby. EB knows what he wants. You do what he says. We'll win championships.
So I think the biggest overall theme of the day was that the offense struggled a little bit.
Yeah.
The defense dominated.
Which is gonna happen. It's training camp.
Yep.
I know that we spent, yesterday talking about Sam Howell and how he was getting the ball out and footwork, and then today the defense shined. So it's gonna happen.
Yep. Very true. All right, let's get to a couple of notes here before we get to our last two segments, which is one, Daron Payne sat out for the second straight day. Ron Rivera insists that it's nothing serious. Trev ain't buying that. You're not buying that.
It might not be serious, and he was there for OTAs. So they already know what he's capable of doing, so he can sit out a couple of times just to make sure he's fully healthy before he gets on the field. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. It's not that big of a deal. Another thing is Joe Jacoby did make it to one of the 12 semifinalists.
One step closer.
One step closer, one step away. I believe this is the last step before they choose. So there's 12 of them, and I believe they can choose up to 3 to make it. So, Trev, is he going to finally make it?
Yes. You know why?
Why?
Because Dan Snyder is gone.
Ooh.
And all these good things are happening to us once he left. So, hey.
It's keep the good momentum, the positivity rolling.
Yeah, just keep it going.
All right, last one just came out here in the last hour or so, very recently, is that Julie Donaldson is no longer the senior vice president of communications, which she came in 2020 when Dan had to overhaul the front office and everything, and she's been a very important part of this team. She was a little bit coy about what's going on there. She's still going to be in the radio booth, but she, we haven't seen her on the Commanders channel doing the stuff with Smoot and Logan, Paulson and Santana Moss. It's been, I forgot the guy's name already. Michael
Jenkins.
Jenkins. Thank you. So, I mean, are we really worried about it too much, Trev? Because we love Julie. Julie's a friend of this show, and we hope she continues somehow in some manner with the Commanders.
If Julie's cool with it, then I'm cool with it. Just like Ref the District is. Shout out to her. Shout out to her for getting that position back in 2020 and just running away with it, doing outstanding things. Brought on a couple of podcasts and some new shows, bringing you guys all the content, all the videos that we've been watching and talking about for highlight purposes. So for her just to step away or mutually whatever how it ended, I think she should just keep her head high and look back that she started something that can continue on now that she kind of invented. So no harm done. Go Julie down and go.
Absolutely. And I think she's still going to be there on the radio call. Yeah. So that'll be cool. We'll see where it goes, but we hope that she's still around because we do like her. She has been good to our show. For sure. Last two things, Trev. Yeah. Let's do the Howell Tracker. Okay. Right? We do the Howell Tracker. Yes. Every day. Yes. All right. Here is the Howell Tracker. All right. We only have the one day. So, Trev, what are you going to give it for today, July 27th?
I mean, the blame always falls back on the quarterback. Sure. You know what I mean? So just judging by the reports saying the O-line was pretty much was letting him get sacked a lot. Defensive line was eating. Forbes was making plays in the backfield. I'm going to say he had a bad day just based off of that. Now, I'm not, like I said, it's O-line could be responsible for the sacks. It could be him taking sacks rather than, evading them. So overall, just the word sack today happened, so we'll give him a bad day.
I will agree with you, Trev. It's, if you have to decide, we're not saying he was bad. Right. But if we have to decide if he had a good day or a bad day, and we read between the lines when people are saying the offense struggled, the defense dominated, like you said, he's the guy who gets the praise when they do well. He gets the blame when they don't. Yes. So we're just going to have to, unfortunately, mark today with the red marker. It's okay. Today goes down as a bad day. Not a bad day, but in our chart, we only got good and bad. So July 27th, I don't know if you can see it there. I'm going to go back this way. This thing is so giant. He's going on the bad day. So he's got one good and one bad. So, all right. No biggie, though. It wasn't like one of those days where you're going, uh-oh. Right. I mean, even we talked about our buddy Authentic earlier. He said, look, Sam Howell is QB1. Let's not even play around. And he's not a Commanders guy. He just lives in this area and he knows football. And he went out there and he watched Sam and he said, I mean, it's obvious Sam is QB1. Exactly. He can handle it. Yeah. All right, last thing, comings and goings, Trev. Yeah. The only roster move made today was they ended up releasing safety Xavier Henderson. Yeah. Xavier was an undrafted free agent out of Michigan State who had an injury in OTAs earlier. Okay. And they just decided to release him today. Okay. Injury settlement, let him go. So now we have one open roster spot if we want to make it to 90. We don't have to, but in my opinion, I wouldn't. What's the point? Yep, probably bring in maybe another offensive lineman, maybe a tight end, something like that. DJ Swearinger could come in and take a safety spot. Right, DJ Swearinger. Yeah, so there's one spot open. We'll see when that gets filled. If you want to know who ends up filling that spot, you're probably just going to have to check us out tomorrow on the Daily Commanders Update. We're going to have JP Flame from the Junkies is going to join us and break down this week, the week that was for the Commanders. It's been an incredible week. Today was a big day. I didn't even mention it. Josh Harris was out there signing autographs today. There was a chant that went up in the crowd of thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh. What is going on? It's utopia has arrived. We're getting Ashburned. Yes. Okay. I can tell you right now. We've all got Ashburn all day. It's right. It's a new day in Commanderland, and we're all here for it. And hopefully you all are here for it as well. Again, make sure that you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and the notifications. And, of course, leave comments on this video and all the videos. And we keep giving you the Daily Commanders Update every weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We're live at 7:30 on Wednesdays. So make sure you check us out all the time. And Trev, until next time, be a fan.